Hi. Well, as predicted, the BBC have basically caved in to Gary Lineker, and they've decided he is not going to be sacked, and he's going to come back. So this pretty much confirms that the BBC are just they're not strong at all. They're not a strong organisation. They've got no shame at all. They just really kowtowed down to him in the end. I mean, the fact is, you could have predicted it, really. I mean, the BBC are a left wing organisation, and Gary Lineker is always parroting on about left wing nonsense. He's done that for years. So what makes people think they're going to change, and what makes people think that the BBC are going to change? However, I see it that he might have won this battle, Gary Lineker. But the fact is, him and the BBC really look like they're going to lose the war. And by that I mean that Gary Lineker and the BBC. I mean, the fact is, people now can just switch away from Match of the Day and go and watch the sports channels on like Sky Sports, for example, sports programs even on Sky Sports programs. They can watch them on ITV. They can watch football on YouTube if you don't have a TV license. You can watch football highlights for your team on YouTube, and you can watch fans videos on that and get fans' thoughts, which are far more entertaining than Gary Lineker and his mob's analysis on games. So yeah, I mean, the fact is, like I say, the BBC and Gary Lineker may have won the battle, but I think personally they'll lose the war, because at the end of the day, the current license contract, if you like, is up for renewal in 2027. So, and basically the Conservatives now, I mean, to get any votes back, I mean, obviously it looks like they're probably going to lose the next election, but obviously we don't want Labour in really either, because Labour will just bow down to the BBC. They'll never cancel the licence fee. The fact is, I think you just need to look at Reform UK or Conservatives. I mean, although Conservatives are not brilliant, I mean, I personally would never vote for them. Um, so, so basically, at the moment, you've got some choices. I mean, you have got to, if you do watch live TV and you have got a TV license, then basically you turn away from Match of the Day, just boycott Match of the Day. If you have got, if you haven't got a TV license, then just catch up with the football highlights on YouTube and other streaming services. As long as you don't watch them, as long as you don't watch live TV, then you're all right. And also, just I mean, at the end of the day, I think personally the BBC really are doing themselves no favours with Gary Lineker coming out with that. The BBC then reinstating him, and I just think personally that's really a slap in the face for the Conservative Party and the fact that they're trying to have a more fairer immigration system. But the fact is, I mean, the Tories are not that strong anyway, to tell you the truth. And the fact, I mean, Jacob Rees-Mogg said that he's basically spelled it out what you can and can't do on I think GB News on their because I watched their YouTube video a little while ago, and also not only that, Chili John Carney has I mean, if you want any, he has loads and loads of tips if you ever decide to cancel your TV license and they start sending you threatening letters, which are basically not even worth the paper they're printed on, to be honest. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to let one of their Capita goons in. I mean, just tell them to go away at the front door, just tell them you're not interested, and slam the door in their face, and then watch them leave. At the end of the day, I mean, I've been license free for a while now, so and none of the Capita goons have been at my front door, so they can jog on. So yeah, I mean, if they come in, then there's a doorbell camera there. I'll just tell them through a doorbell camera to go away. At the end of the day, they can only, if you let them in, they can try plugging the TVs in to see if you can get live TV broadcast. But that's only if you let them in. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, they have to have a signed warrant from the court to for you to come in, or rather for them to come in to enter your property. And the fact is, they're never going to do that. In the vast majority of cases, they just won't do that. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I say, in closing, just if you do watch live TV, boycott Match of the Day and any program that Gary Lineker presents. And And if you don't watch live TV, then just catch up with it on YouTube, because at least then you're not funding his wages at the end of the day. So be proud of yourself for doing that. Anyway, take care, everyone.